Continues traveling around space. Now, he continues playing Breaking the Bank, speak with Evgeny Rukov. Quest, Crimson Fleet. It's continuing with the quest. Under the cover.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you gonna tell me what else you're here for, or not? Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Oh, that witch. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Playing it safe for now. Okay. I can respect that. But let's make one thing clear. If I'm gonna stick my neck out by helping you get near Dombrowski, I want something in return. Oh no. No, no, no. Delgado isn't gonna drop a cred stick on the table and be done with it. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Tehran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. Well, you better learn quick. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan? I once saw Neva strip down a UC security ship and sell the parts back to the UC through a shell company. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me, what about the status of your plan? How can I help? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past. In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you 2 reasons. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Galbank, now will it? Oh, and while at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking. Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings.
Captain
to have been
Rokov is
posted
one
to
of
a
the
ship
most
like the
easygoing
Siren of the
COs I've
Stars.
ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act
These
much
newer
like a
vessels
captain.
more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here. You're right. This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
Shh, listen. Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship.
They allow me to get here.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom. The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
Our room. It's quite big.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. So what brings you aboard? Yes, he's some kind of a top dog over at Galbank. I heard he replaced someone that was caught running a fake loan scam. Besides what I already told you? No. This is going to be the 9th Earth Savior Award ceremony, but the first time it's ever been held aboard a Starliner. This topic is beginning to bore me. Can we talk about something different? Is this about that feature SSNN ran a few years ago? I can assure you, this is a legitimate charity organization.
Thank you.
Don't forget to donate to the cause.
I'm sorry. If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
Hello. Are you a member of the society? Quite a lovely Starliner. I don't know why Larry's attending this event. He could care less about any planet, let alone the Earth. Even if I was offered the award, I wouldn't take it. Can you imagine the security nightmare I'd have to deal with? No, thank you. It's a shame that the Earth ended in such a sorry state, but I'm glad the Society has the nerve to do something about it. Enjoy the rest of the event.
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena will be held in the ship's library this evening.
Stick with you.
We have a range of excursions available at all of our destinations. All the details are in your cabin.
Want to have a talk?
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
So I can
If you want to
stick with
dine
you.
at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service, it's only an additional 5,000 credits.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Have you tried the canopy? Here for business? Horrid. Positively horrid. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button. Well, apparently the award is so valuable, there's only one in existence. It gets passed to a new winner every year. The Society is such a worthy cause. What could be more important than the preservation of the Earth's spirit? That's all then? Okay. The Society chair. Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation level is 5,000 credits. Well, that was boring.
An open bar would have been nice. The Trident's gouging us for
It
every
was you.
credit we've got.
Can we have a talk?
I certainly... Haven't we already talked about this?
Ah, I already talked with you.
Nice to have met you.
I forgot.
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard a Starliner.
Here for business? The considerable amounts of cash that Dombrowski donates is the only reason we allow him to attend Society functions. I've already told you everything I know about him. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Donations to the Society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely have to lift a finger to help. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
The Society Chair has
Right,
really outdone herself this time.
Tough.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society, huh?
Mind moving
Maybe you can tell
we
me
do this
more.
later? Sorry, I'm busy. Maybe we'll talk another time.
Ah, I don't
Sorry,
want to
I'm busy.
speak with
Maybe
me.
we'll talk another time.
An open bar would have been nice.
Let's
Tried
go
gouging us for every
and see
credit
how
we
it's
got.
beautiful.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
I
So,
certainly
bring you
hope they
aboard.
decide to hold all
Oh,
future society events.
there
on
is space.
I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is
Mm,
quite
that's beautiful.
canapes? Positively
This planet. That's great.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
We have to speak with someone to know more about Dombrowski.
Are you a member of the Society?
Quite a lovely Starliner.
What?
Nothing but the best for the society, eh?
The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
Here for business or pleasure?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
That view is absolute. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing
Oh,
about it.
this is more information about Dombrowski.
Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. When you join, they send you a small chunk of rock from the Earth itself. I keep mine on my desk. Nice to have met you.
Claudia Swist.
Quite a lovely Starliner.
Let's go to her.
Nothing but the best for the society, eh?
A Starview pass is required to enter the main ballroom.
What is here? Do you allow me to get here? Spaceship. Science. That's good. Ah, this is the restroom.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times.
Let's talk to her.
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? In my cabin? Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a Starliner.
Could you pester someone else, please? I have too much on my plate to waste time talking to you.
Where is Claudia Swift? Maybe here. Claudia Swift is there. water from here. It's you.
Sorry, do I know you? Look, I think you're definitely confused here. I really don't have time to have a discussion with you. My partner's waiting for me. He's a very important man. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How did you... That idiot. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? That's true. You have come this far already. You know more about me than I suspected. Can't have that. What the hell? Dombrowski has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet? Alright, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dombrowski. It's called playing it cool. You should try it sometime. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer? I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right? What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him. It doesn't matter if you're here to judge me or not, because there's nothing to judge. Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their comnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Feel better.
Any complaints about your crews should be directed to one of the staff.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid.
Feel better.
Positively horrid. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
You look a bit lost in these surroundings. Hello? You here for the charity event? Well, I work for UC Security, meaning that business isn't exactly my area of expertise. I'm afraid I can't really help you. If you're looking for a business opportunity, you might want to check with someone else. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off. Don't test me. You have no idea how high up the chain I am with UC Security. Not only can I make you disappear, I can also make sure the settled systems forget you existed in the first place. Just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
Hello. Are you a member of the Society? Here for business or pleasure?
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. I have no idea what all of that technical jargon meant. It caused enough confusion, and it will buy us plenty of time. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. Don't you have somewhere to be?
It your chief engineer, and then where is he?
So, what brings you aboard?
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Shouldn't you be on your way to Sundin?
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return here.
Yeah. Engineering deck. He's over there. It's you. Let's say again.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse, though, right? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. Oh, sorry, that area is off limits. No exceptions. Ah, you're a fellow techie, huh? I can respect that. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse, though, right? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a long hauler for years, and the experience shows. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals and plans for get-rich-quick schemes. It's all the guy ever thinks about. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain, I'll never know. It's almost like he craves being around money. Tell you what, though, for someone that loves credit so much, he sure doesn't mind gambling them when we play cards. Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
Nobody's here.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
Report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I always took him for a fool. But I can't believe he's stupid enough to have gotten mixed up with the Crimson Fleet. Still, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over any evidence? I don't know where you got that information from, but it lines up with all the troubles I've been having getting my cut from that asshole. That means my money's already gone, and Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to end up on the Crimson Fleet's shit list. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I'll end up in jail. This is a lose-lose situation for me. Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system without raising any red flags. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong. Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording. It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dombrowski straight to jail. At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in the ass. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Akande's loaded with big-picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. And frankly, it's driving my superiors crazy. Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dombrowski, I think she's suffered enough. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. I have some friends that can, well, let's just say, take care of the problem. That's if you leave him alive, of course. We'll just have to wait and see. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you very much. You better tell Dombrowski to run. You don't have much more to say to it. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few... I mean, the use... Akande's loaded with... All I can tell you... I mean, Akande's loaded with... You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Do something to fill in more persuasion skill. Maybe it's going to be negotiation. Maybe he better something to eat. But he hasn't.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious criminal territory without a proper bird's-eye view of the situation, do you? I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's web, but this situation demands swift and resolute action. Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me. You may as well ask, is it necessary for the sun to set on Jemison, or for one to wear a pressure suit when entering the vacuum of space? I see. That certainly places a damper on our negotiations. Perhaps I can hasten my diatribe to temper your violence-ridden contribution. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along? Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The answer is quite obvious. The last thing I'd want to do at this point is call attention to myself. Obviously, that wouldn't be my preference, but I have little choice. Though Larry Dombrowski will be mysteriously vanishing after this cruise, and possession of the credentials becomes ludicrous at that point. Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significant value that I still have in my possession. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and return to your cabin.
ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me exactly what the hell you're doing in my cabin? Am I hearing you correctly? You should mind your manners. Imagine pushing your way into my cabin uninvited and issuing such demands. So the emergency is real then? Oh, my goodness, then we must do exactly what the captain advises, of course. Here, give this to him, with my compliments. Tell him Sheila Holbrook thanks him for his exemplary service.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned. I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.
I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, it's a mystery. Very frustrating. Whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking your life over. That's telling me it involves a lot of money. That also means I want in. Of course, of course. I understand completely. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Dover Beach. Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deals. Always. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the Key.
They will play.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
Think you fix this.
All passengers, may I have your attention,
What's it called?
please?
System in this
The
station.
captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain
Where
there
to go?
until you receive further instructions.
Here, let's. Oh, it's not all over to take. Mine is better. Let's look at this one. Just for interest.
Captain, greetings.
Let's place items as well.
Hiya, Skipper. What do you need?
You're here. Hmm.
Need something, Chief?
I would be happy to.
Take all necessary items. Oh no. Also this. These also. But not as shipouts. All the resources. What in music?
Hey,
Hey. He's invisible again. Undocking. Has he brought to the Atlantis? I don't know. Proceed to New Atlantis, but for what?
Alright.
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you.
I feel...
Hello. Welcome to the... the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please? Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. Shh, they'll hear us. Look, Ecliptic busted in here and said something about letting you walk into the archives, and then they're gonna jump you. I'm supposed to let you in, and then get the heck out of here. They said if I didn't do exactly what they said, they'd kill me. Just be careful. I don't even know how many of them are hiding in there.
Thank you. Your diplomacy, what's wrong?
Target lost. Find him. Exercising caution.
What are you?
Not eyes on them yet. Clear. Hold. I got something.
You're bad. What is it? Lost ship register. Serendipity. Carbonic legacy. Prosperity. Supremacy. That's interesting. Where are you? Where should I go now? But let's trade. Let's sell some items.
Hi, how you doing?
Got to run soon. I'm late to a meeting.
There's nothing. I'm sure you already know there's no one side. I'm sure we can find.
Where should we go now? Proceed to the key. Okay, let's go. Jump. Token. Is he well rested? Okay.
Captain, it is.
So, we should go to Delgado.
See you.
Good to see you too.
Next time you see Bob, tell him to lighten up. Guy's got a real attitude.
Pick to walk? What? Does he have a submission or what? Let's see.
You wanna kick back? Avoid the last
Where is a bar? Oh, I forgot. Where is it? Let's switch on to the mission. I'm even interested.
If you got any spare creds,
What does he offer?
head to the depot.
And I want to return Navart to the mail outfit.
I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you could call me Bog. Welcome to the last Nova, where the drinks are never free. Well, then you've come to the right place, mate. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the rule and offer you my speciality. On the house. One free bottle of Bog's Grog.
Bottle.
That's the spirit. I knew you'd be the adventurous type. And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find. And guaranteed to drown those sorrows. Working around this slot, day in, day out. You'd think they wouldn't give a damn. Ha! Now that sounds about right. Well, I guess I'm thinking of my dear old Maddie. The only woman I ever loved. Almost married her, I missed my chance and lost her to one of my best mates. I'll tell you what. You want to help an old man out. Bring me back the one thing in Maddie's that ever meant anything to me. Her ring. You're in luck. Clay showed up on my radar a bit ago. Probably why I'm in a bigger rut than usual. I'll send you the details. I don't care how you do it. Just get that ring back.
Let's do this mission for a while. Okay, save the game. Plan this little quest and then continue to play the bigger one.